students missing. Okay, so I would like to talk about the following items. Okay, basically two items. The first one is the feedback. Okay, so I asked you guys to work on the practice questions last time, and so I received I think 3 submissions. Okay, 3 submissions. Okay, about the program, Madonna program. Okay, make sure you try. Okay, so even though you don't submit, and you should try the program. And as usual, we give you feedback in today's lectures. Okay, here are the general feedback. And not all of you will make this kind of mistakes. Okay, but just to let you know, in the future, your assignment. Okay, please follow all this. Okay. So number one, use some descriptive names. Okay, in your program, variables, the functions. Okay. And those things need to have meaningful names or descriptive names. And regarding the use of VBA, we have identified the following. There are some unnecessary variables, or maybe during the process we actually create many variables. But after that, okay, once we have the final version, okay, make sure we remove some unnecessary variables. Okay, and some variables have difficult meanings. For example, the looping mechanisms, okay, please make sure that, if possible, you may probably use some of the variables. Those are counter variables, okay, then you can use them. You don't have to declare them every time, okay. So if possible, then you can actually reuse some of the variables, okay. And put things, okay, I think last time I gave you the examples, upgrade to large, upgrade to concave. Okay, do I have to put them together into a single method? Yes. Okay, highly recommend. And this is what the developer usually do. Okay, and why we have to have so many functions or subroutine doing something similar? Okay, so that's why when we use the method, we try to consolidate all these kind of similar logics and put it together. Okay, and we use them as much as possible. Okay, so logical structure, ensure that, okay, this is the one that I think this is something to do with the flow chart. Okay, in the flow chart, and when the user enter invalid input, mule number, so according to the flow chart, okay, we should stop the program. We should stop the program. Last time, already explained this one, okay, hey, you should use END. Okay, this is the syntax, this is the keywords to end the entire program. Okay, so someone actually probably missed it, okay, and in particular in the class, okay, it's difficult to see the screen. Okay, turn on the Zoom meeting, join the Zoom meeting, then you see exactly what I put down in the program, and make sure you include that part into your program. And that one to ensure the logical structure of your program. Error handling, okay. And so something minor, okay, so, but this is something to do with error handling as well. Before you stop the program, the entire program, you terminate the entire program, show a message to the user, hey, we're going to stop. Okay, this program is going to end. Because you entered invalid input, okay, so this one is required actually. You don't just, hey, you press the wrong button, stop the program. Hey, what happened? Hey, what did I do? Okay, so you have to communicate with the user, okay, by showing some error message, okay, to inform the user that we are going to terminate your program with reasons. Okay, so those are the general comments, okay, that we have, okay. But of course, I actually emphasize several times, okay, if you would like us to take a look at your program and give you some further comments, feedback, okay, feel free to send us the program. Okay, send us an email attached with your programs. Okay, so I also prepared this one. Okay, to see whether it helps. So basically, we'd like to give you some, take a look at the program, and to identify some common issues and anything that we can improve. Okay, we can enhance the programs. Okay, so give you some idea. Okay, number one. I think I asked you this question last time we discussed. Okay, so we're going to use method for sure for this one. But the question is, should we use subroutine or functions? At that time, many students vote for this one. Okay, hey, function. I think it should be functions because we need to return. Where to return? Okay, this one. Okay, because we need to return the price. Okay, after implementing the function, after implementing the program, do you think that we still need to use function, or is it possible to use subroutine?
If you save it in the
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, because right at the beginning we thought that this has to be in the we represent this as a function because we need to return values. But after modifying the program several times, we can save the mil number into the worksheets. We can save. Did not save this one. Okay. We can save the price into the worksheet data cell, and we give a name for those data. We give names for those data cells. So I don't think I need to return anything. I can just always go to that common place to collect the data generated by the method. Okay. So in other words, you may implement the function, implement this one with a subroutine, not the functions. Okay. So once again, you need to choose. Okay, even after the implementation, hey, I decided to use function because of that. But after implementation, hey, second thought. And subroutine is also possible. Okay, so you may actually implement in a subroutine. Okay, so next. By value, by reference, I think we discussed that. Okay, hey, most of the time we use by values. Okay, so that's why we use by values in this case. Where to get the pricing informations? If you look at the Excel, okay, the pricing information is here. And also, pay attention to this. This is business requirement. You know McDonald's, okay? They change the price regularly. Okay, sometimes they increase this number. Sometimes they remove the manuals and so on. I think the best way to collect the number should not be hard-coded. Okay, we should not hard-code the number in the program. We should get the number from the Excel worksheets. Okay, so I think the logic is we let user choose which mil number. Mil number 1. If the user pick mil number 1, I will be able to collect the corresponding price. No matter what price it is, here in the worksheets, I will collect it and use it. Okay, so that's why I think we better collect the data from the worksheets. Okay, from the worksheets. And so my suggestion is, this is just an example. Okay, B5. If the user pick the mil number 1, okay, so B5, and we should go offset B5. B5 is here. Actually, B5 is here. And but it depends on the user input. If the user enter mil number 1, I think this one should represent this row number. Because this one is 0, okay. So what number needs to be there? What number need to be there? And of course, the number should be something to do with the mil number. Center. Is it center?
Star.
Okay. What need to be there? And you are going to use the mil number as well. The mil number variables. Mil order. Don't know. Okay. So definitely it has to be a number, and it has something to do with the mil number. Mil number minus 1. B5 0 0. Okay. B5 0 0 meaning this particular data cell, and then we're going to use offset 0 1 2 0 2. Okay. Then by using this one, incorporating with the mil order. Okay, mil order, which is a number, the mil number being picked by the user, and we use that one, we can actually locate the corresponding price. Okay, so this is how we can actually collect the data from the worksheets and present the results here. Okay, it's just an suggestions. Okay, so but James, how can we put it into the program? Okay, that requires a little bit of work. Okay, but that gives you the idea how you can actually make use of this kind of expressions and incorporating with the milk order, and we can get the pricing informations, okay, the corresponding pricing information from the worksheets. Next, this one, okay, just now I gave you the comments, right, how to terminate a program. I think this is something that I mentioned last time, okay, in the lectures. Okay, this is not part of the VBA basics. Okay, VBA basic, I did not mention this one. And last time we asked ChatGPT how to terminate a VBA program, and we got this result, and we use it. And so this is also something that I cover in the course. Okay, so you probably expect this in the final exams. Okay, and so what else? Oh, that's all. Okay. And now I would like to show you another example, the shorter the better. Okay, so a student gave me this program, okay, it's trying to organize the logic and present the logic into two functions. The first one is the building a message, okay. The second one is whether upgrade to large or not, okay. So a message pop up depends on the values, okay. You're asking for large or con, okay. So depends on the message, depends on the values, okay. Then we come up with the build message variables contents, okay. That one it cover concup, and the other one cover large, okay. After presenting the message, okay, we'll ask this one, okay, is it upgrade or not, okay. Upgrade at 3.5, otherwise 0 to be returned. And I think we have something similar. Okay, we have something similar here. If you compare, okay, so of course we prefer this one. Okay, we prefer this one. If you look at that, okay, so this is a single functions. The second part more or less the same, okay, but the first part, I think last time I gave you these examples, okay, I gave you this one, okay, so how can we incorporate the values of these variables into a message? Okay, the original program, the student program, this is the student program. Okay, this is the student program. It used the same message 2 times. In fact, this is not necessary. Okay, so this is a better way to present the same logic. Okay, so if the two are of the same logic, okay, so this one's shorter, okay, this one's better. Okay, simpler, more concise. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So that's why sometimes students ask, okay, hey, shorter the better? Hey, my one is shorter, okay, because I put everything on a single line, okay. But we don't do that, okay, because if you put everything on a single line, you use a lot of colon, okay, and that would not be considered as a single line. Okay, so what else? Okay, so we check, I provide you this one in the practice. Let me open this one. So this is a student submissions. Probably I modify it a little bit, so that's why the program has problems. Okay, so what we usually do, okay, as I said before, this one's I think the 3rd time, okay, to explain to you how we use this checklist. Okay, so so we basically compare, okay, your program with our checklist, and indentations, explicit options, comments are not much. Okay, only one line. Okay, I think we need more. Okay, so try to use ChatGPT. Okay, that definitely give you a very good results. Okay, and declare the variable at the top. Done. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's how you fulfill the requirement. Okay, so practice the last time. I'll repeat this one. Okay, and because I think it seems to be too easy. Okay, James, no need to spend time on this one. Okay, and then subroutine. Okay, so maybe let me check out this one. Oh, this is original program. We use a function as well. Okay, so you choose which one you want to use. Function and subroutine by value by reference here. Okay, integer. As long as this one, I think as long as you are referring to row number, then you need to apply this one. Long or integer. If you refer to row number, always be long data type. Okay. And we have range, cells, and square bracket. Okay, square brackets, I don't usually recommend students to use it, but you see that, okay, in your demo program, you present the program in the class, okay, you use square bracket, okay, that's for demo purpose. Okay, that's for demo purpose, okay, and if I don't use a square bracket, the expression will be rather long. So that's why for presentation, for demonstrations, okay, I use square brackets, but in a practical program, okay, we should use a range and cells, okay, unless you have a very good reason to justify that to use a square bracket. Data type, okay, so there are not many variables in this program. So when you look at the most appropriate data type, we just look at every single one. Button, do we have buttons in this program? Yes, only one button? Good. That's good enough. I only need one button. Okay? As long as you fulfill that requirement, that you're done. Okay? So this one's basically buttons, descriptive names, okay? And according to this one seems to be okay. But I have seen the other submissions, okay, the names actually not very appropriate. Okay, so that's why. So how to judge, okay, whether it is meaningful or not, okay, meaningful names or not, okay, so easiest way is do not use the default names, okay, do not use the default names not meaningful, okay, if you do something like, hey, this one upgrade, or upgrade to large, they're all the same, okay, to me, they're all the same, they're all meaningful, okay, except that you use something not too simple, maybe counter, okay, I don't use the variables name counter, I use the variables, the counter variables, the name is I, okay, not recommend, okay, so that is not meaningful. Other than that, okay, it should be meaningful names. Use name the range, okay, as many as possible. I remember this student actually did that, okay, how to check out whether you have a meaningful, you have used name the range or not. Usually, we go to the formulas, name manager, to check out how many names that have been used. And of course, those names that have been created, and whether your program used them or not, okay, that's another question, right? So at least I find that the student used a lot of names, and I will double check the program, see whether the student used those names in the implementation. For example, this one, yes, it does. And the clear data, I think the student also clear the data. Yeah. Should use name the range in this case. Okay, I think last time I suggested that already. Hey, this one, okay, two places, and in fact, you may highlight this one. Hey, I want to delete this one. Delete that one as well. Okay, so once you select it, assign a name for this one. Delete clear data. Maybe that's the name that been used already. Delete data. How about this one? Oh, already been used. Okay. Delete all data. Oh. Upgrade or some something to do with the functions, okay? I think something to do with the functions. So that's why I cannot actually upgrade. Do I have many upgrade here? Delete all data. Okay, done. Is that right? Okay, I think I have created the names. Okay, so in your program you should actually use that one instead of those data cells. Where is it? Instead of data cells. Okay, so use name and range for the implementations. And you should not use the dot values equal to empty string. Okay, I think we use this many times. Clear contents. And the name, delete all data. So double check. Okay, of course you can have a button to do this, or maybe you can do it here. Oh, I think something wrong with the original program with the upgrade. Okay, so this one works. Okay, this is the what we call the model answer. Okay, use the name and range, clear contents. Okay, do not use the dot value equal to empty string. Okay, that is not the best. Okay, so this one can delete the data. And then what else? The shorter the better. Okay, just now I gave you the comments already. And present the output with a meaningful sentence. Okay, and your balance. Okay, you order this mail number, we charge you that price. Okay, you upgrade to large, upgrade to concave, and total will be the following, something like that. It should be a multiple lines message. Okay, because this one is more complex. And try to see whether you can highlight the key result. I think in this application, the key result will be this one. Okay, so before the customer place order, okay, placing the order, and this one should be nothing there. Okay, after placing the order, I'm not sure whether the program works. Okay, but so that's why I just give you suggestions. Okay. So this one, it should be, this is a result. After writing the total, okay, use the VBA to change the background color. This is what we mean by highlighting the result. Okay, highlighting the result, okay, maybe make it a little bit larger. Okay, so this is how you fulfill the requirements, highlighting the results. Highlight the key outputs. Okay, make it user-friendly. I think this one user-friendly for the developer. So that's why try to use the cells. Okay, I think in particular this one. Do not use number and use the column letter. Okay, to indicate this one. Try to break the long expressions using space and underscore. Okay, so that's how you fulfill the requirements. Okay, and we look at the score because there may be many long expressions. Okay, how many of them you have done? Okay, hey, you done all, you have full marks. Okay, you done only half. Okay, half of the marks. Okay, something like that. So that's why we put the scores there. Or maybe all these expressions are rather short. Okay, so that's not applicable. Okay, we give you the full marks. Okay. directly. So it's just like that. Okay, so this is the third time. Okay, I have a Excel worksheet to write down everything. Okay, so I repeat this one the third time. Okay, in the lectures to explain to you how to apply these tables. Okay, done. Anything any questions, concern that you have regarding the feedback, regarding the program that I present? Okay, no, then we can move on. Okay, so the next topic is user interface. Okay, the user interface in VBA, okay, in the Microsoft Excel, and so this is what we call the user form. Okay, user form, and we have present this this illustrations. Okay, the user form illustrations, and this is what we are going to do. So you need to create a user form, and you need to choose between the form control buttons, ActiveX control buttons. Okay, we'll let you know how to do that. And you're going to apply the object.property, object.method in your program for you to implement the user form. Okay, so get to know this kind of format. Okay, and we will be using it. It's because in the user form there are many components. Every single component is an object, basically. Okay, so what's that object's name? Once you know that object's name, then you can actually make use of the object's property. Maybe to collect the data, maybe to write data to the objects. Okay, so that's why to remind you how to use objects in when we do the implementations. So I think the website is already. Okay, so this is the website, and go to the last one, 26th of March, and then you can download these Excel files, and you can access the PowerPoint documents over there. And I also prepare some programs here, and probably we need to use them. Okay, so download the Excel file first, open it. Okay, so basically we are going to demonstrate how to create a user form, what are the mechanisms, and what are the buttons that we need to include in the user form and so on. And we will be using user form, ActiveX control buttons. Just now I showed you two different buttons, okay? We will be using ActiveX control buttons for the demonstrations. And you need to know and apply the object.property and object.method. With and with will be part of the program. Okay, so let's get started. How to design a user form? Okay, so let's go to this this one. Go to the VB editor. Oh, I have already created a user form here. Okay, I have already created a user form here, but we may create our own. Okay, so let's double click. Okay, go to the VB editor and go to view the project, and you see the user the forms, the form already been created. Okay, which is here, and you see the two bars, the two boxes. Okay, and so on. So I would like to start our own user form. Okay, our own user form. So what you need to do? Go to the insert, and instead of choosing modules, okay, this time we choose insert user form. So we have a user form now. Okay, make it larger, smaller, okay, you can change the size, whatever you want. Let me rearrange this one a little bit. we will go through the following steps, okay, to create a user form. Number one, design, okay, the look and feel, how many buttons, okay, the layout and so on. We're going to design this one and test it, okay, to show the user form. That will be the first step. Number two, initialization. When you start, okay, before showing the user form, we need to go through the initialization process, okay. So how to initialize a user form, and that will be covered very soon, okay? So number, spin buttons, okay, that's something I probably will not go into the detail, but this is something to do with this one. So by looking at the user interface, then you can tell, click this one, increment the number by 1, click this one, decrement the number by 1, something like that, okay, that's the mechanism. And I show you the program, but I don't think I have time to cover that one, okay? So the logic is more or less the same as others. OK buttons, OK is here. Okay, this is a required buttons. Okay, and clear button also required. Cancel, okay, also required. Okay, so I show you all these buttons, okay, and how to implement them. And some of them actually very simple. Okay, actually these two always be the same. Okay, and I think 99% they are the same. Okay, once you have learned the first time, then you can just simply reuse it. And then you can implement this one. Clear data, okay, so this is user form, okay, and we're supposed to collect a lot of data from the user, and then by the time the user click the OK button, all data will be presented in the worksheets, and that's the purpose. That's the purpose for the user form. We want to collect data, and why we want to collect data? Because I want to store the data in the worksheets. And once you store the worksheets, store the data in the worksheets, maybe sometime you want to delete the data. So these clear buttons, nothing to do with the user form, but this is a required operations to delete the data that you store, okay, in the worksheets. So another one's testing, final testing. Okay, so let's begin with the design, okay. And to design a user form, okay, so a couple of things, okay, number one, you need to find the toolbox. You need to find the toolbox, okay, so where is the toolbox actually? Let me see. Oh, okay. The toolbox is actually this button. If you cannot see the toolbox, click the buttons, then you should be able to see this one. Okay, click that one, okay, at the top. Okay, so this is what we call a toolbox. And the toolbox allows you to, for examples, okay, say number 3. Number 3 is text box, okay. Select and drag these buttons and put it here. Okay, this is a text box. This is a text box. As I said, every component that you put into the user form, okay, it is an object, okay. So if this is an object, okay, it's a couple of things that we need to do. So number one, go to View Properties. I don't see the Properties window, so I need to turn it on. Okay, the Properties window tells you what are the properties associated with the selected objects. Okay, the selected object right now is text box. So a couple of things that you need to do. Number one, change the object's name. Okay, object names should not be using the default names. Okay, and we should use the so this one maybe I call it this is a name text box. I make it short. Okay, name TV text box. Okay, so indicate what needs to be stored in this text box, and also indicate the object type. Object type is text box. How do you know this is the object text box object type? So check out here. Okay, so you have just selected text box, and the list here that refer to the properties of this object. Okay, and so that's the first thing we do. In fact, nothing else I need to do. Okay, I just want to have the text box there, and most likely, okay. So when the user see the another thing. Okay, sorry. I think I don't like the names, the user form 1. Okay, this is the default name. How to change this one? This one? Not that
Click
one.
on the user form box. Yeah, the box. I like the right one with the blue bar.
Come and show me. I couldn't find it. Is it something to do with the tabs?
I think you just click on this one. Yeah, and then you can change it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mistake. Okay. Okay, so the user form also need to have a meaningful names. Okay, user form, accounting user form. Okay, accounting user form, and then caption. Okay, just give a name. Okay, later remember the names that you use because later on you're going to use it. Okay, ACCUF, that's the name that I use. Caption is this one. Okay, so this is accounting form. Now it becomes more meaningful. Okay. So select the objects. Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, I should select the object first before changing the names of the objects and change the captions. Okay, change the captions. Okay, so these are the two things that you need to do. Okay, for every single objects. So now, I would like to do this. Okay, show the user form. Show the user form. Okay, so what you need to do, you have to create the ActiveX buttons. Okay, I'm doing this one. Okay, I'm referring to this slide. And what you need to do now, you should actually go to the developer, insert ActiveX controls buttons. Draw the buttons. Okay. Change the captions, okay, and of course change the object's name as well. Right click, this is ActiveX buttons, okay, go to the properties. Change the names of the objects. So this one, I think I want to show the user form. I want to show the user form, I call it show UF. And because it's ActiveX control button, the captions, it is part of the one of the properties. Okay, show this one. I'm going to show user form, just like that. Okay, when it's done, click the close button at the corner. Done. Okay, so right click, view code. Okay, according to my slides, okay, I give you the program. So go and right click, view code, then you see this subroutine being created for you. Okay, so what you need to put down here, and now you need to remember the object name for the user form. Accounting user form, if I remember correctly, yes, that's correct. That's the names of the object. User form objects. And what you want to do with the user form object, by inserting the dot, it gives you all the options. I want to show this one, okay? Show. Show is a method, okay? Hey, do we need bracket? Of course, no. Okay, remember the two rules, okay? And this one, we do not need bracket. Okay, it's done. So where's the Excel? Excel is here. Let me make it a little bit smaller. So my button is still there. I just program the buttons. I'm still in the design mode. Turn it off. Okay, toggle, click the buttons, turn it off. Now, I will be able to run. Okay, I will be able to see the user form that I just created. Of course, this is not complete, but at least we see that I can control the user form. I can show the user form by clicking the buttons. Now you can go back to redesign, the continuous design of the user form. Okay, so to do this, kill this one first. Okay, kill this one first. Let me come back here. Hey, where's the toolbox? Select it. Our toolbox is here. And the next thing probably you would like to do is a label. Hey, give me the name. Can I? Oh, don't double click. Double click will bring you go to the programming area. Okay, we are not doing that. I would like to change. Sorry, this one. I would like to see the properties windows. While I'm selecting the label, okay, label. Okay, so this is a name label. Change the object's name. If possible, change the captions. Okay, change the caption. Okay, so this one is name. I put colon. Okay, and this one, just like that. Okay. Of course, try to play around with this properties. Make it larger, bold, or maybe some other pictures. Okay, other things, other effects. Okay, for this particular label, okay, to make it looks more professional, okay. So once it's done, and okay, I made a mistake. I double click. Okay, so I should go back to the design. And if I want to create another text box, so what you need to do, repeat the same step, or maybe select it first, copy and paste. You can copy and paste, and to create the same objects, look and feel, same look and feel. Okay, to create more text boxes in the user interface, just Control-C, Control-V. Okay, and so we should be able to do this. And I didn't change the object's name for the second one. I didn't change the other thing for the second and the third text boxes. Okay. And I didn't do anything, but I think we can just repeat the same thing to change the object's name. Okay? Okay, so let's go back to this one. And in fact, there are many other things that we can do. Apart from name, apart from the names, okay, which is label and the text box. Okay, we do have many text boxes. We have list box, combo box, okay, checkbox, okay, many other. Okay, so you can actually go to the corresponding toolbox and find out those components. And remember, whenever you drag and drop the component, and make sure you give meaningful names to those objects. And sometimes the objects may require captions. Okay, so this column, basically I give you the captions, okay, what to be displayed, okay, on those particular components. Okay, so that's why I give you the list here, the full list here. And also the symbols that you should refer to. Okay, I highlighted here. For example, the spin button. Where to find the spin button? You can go here and find this one is here. Okay, and command buttons. Now I would like to focus on this one. Okay, before this one, okay, basically you play around with the components, okay, the controls, the toolbox, okay, but this one seems to be very important, so that's why I would like to implement that. Okay, so we're going to create a command buttons. Command button, okay, we put 1, 2, 3 there. The command button in the toolbox it is here. Okay, so this one is command buttons. Click it and draw the buttons. The first one, and we can do copy and paste, right? Select it, Control-C, Control-V. Control-V. Okay, we have 3 buttons now. Okay, change the name, the object's name. Select it, then you see the properties window referring to this particular buttons. And number one, this is what we call the OK buttons. OK buttons. Okay, which is the names of the objects, and change the captions. OK may not be the best. Okay, sometimes I think people use the terms enter. Okay, something like that. Okay, or whatever. Okay, run or maybe save the data. Okay, things like that. Okay, so do not use the default names. That's my recommendations. Okay, and then once you have done this one, you can work on the second one. Okay, so this one is the clear button. So the caption is clear. The next one, cancel. Okay, so cancel. So we can implement all these three buttons. Okay, so number one, I think in my PowerPoint, I should go to let me try something simple. Okay, let me try something simple. The second button is called clear buttons. Okay, hey, I want to program this clear button. So what should we do? And we should actually go to right click this one and click on the view code. Select this one, view code, or maybe I think double click will do. We'll have the same thing. Yeah, double click. So when someone, I think I show you how to read this name before. Okay, so this is the subroutine, and the subroutine's name contains two parts. They separate by underscore. Okay, so in other words, when someone click on this particular objects, what you would like to perform. Okay, what you would like to perform. Okay, so according to my handout, okay, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Okay, so we are going to call user form underscore initialize. Okay, make sure the spelling is correct. Okay, so how can we make sure? Okay, copy and paste. So this is the name. Okay, copy and paste. Okay, and then so this, when someone click the cancel button, clear button, it will go to this particular functions. Particular method. Okay. So now we are going to create this method. Okay. So this method, I think I have prepared this here in the website. So go and copy this one first and put it somewhere. And make sure you copy the name, okay? Make sure no typo mistake, because VBA only recognize this name, okay? And this is for the user form initializations, okay? So, in other words, before seeing the user form, what you would like to perform, what you want to do before seeing the user form. For example, I would like to have the initial values for the user form. For example, I would like to go to the database, collect the data, and prepare the user form, something like that. That should be done in this particular method. Okay? But this one, I just want to test this one. Okay, so I would like to show a message. User form init. Okay? And see whether it works or not. Okay? So now I have actually prepared one. This is initialization. Right now, if I execute this one, I will be able to see this message. Okay? And then I have already implemented the clear buttons. Okay, so I think I should be testing my programs now. Okay, so this is the button to show the user form. Okay, and see what happens if I click this one now. I do not see the user form. I do not see the user form. I think this is on purpose. And instead, this particular subroutine being activated, being executed. So that's why I see this message box. Okay, so I see this message box. If I click OK now, I should actually finish the user form initialized, and I will be able to see the user form. Okay, so in other words, this one is a subroutine to be executed before seeing the user form. And what you want to do with this, okay, and of course initializations. Okay, initializations. And for examples, okay, I want to write something into the text boxes. But first of all, I need to know their names, okay? So I want to try the first one, okay? So what's the object's name? I don't remember actually. Okay, what's the object name for this one? Oh, name TB. Name TB is the names of this text box, okay? So you select this one, you check out this object's name, okay? Name TB, in my case, okay? In your case, may be different, okay? So now, I want to go back to the initialize subroutine. So where is it, okay? So I think after getting to know the names of the objects, so how can we get back? Go to select the user form, right click, view code. Okay, view code, you go back, this is initializations, okay? Name, TB, this is object's name, put a dot, it tells you what you can do with these objects. Auto size, auto background color, back style, okay, many things, okay. I think one thing that we would like to do is write the data. Okay, so I just want to assign a default name to that particular text box, okay? Assign a default name, default value for the text box, okay? So once I've done it, let me test it again, okay? And of course, by clicking this one, I don't see the message box anymore because the message box statement be removed, okay? I should be able to see the user form, but this time the names, okay, we have a default values. We have default values, okay? So basically, that's how you interact with your user form objects, okay? So you may assign default value from here, and you may actually retrieve the data. Okay, I retrieve the data later, okay? But anyway, we have done the initializations. And in fact, let me go back to my design, okay? I think I don't need so many text boxes, but instead I would like to have a list box. I think this one is a list box. So this one is a list box, I think. Let me see. Combo box, okay, list box is this one. This is a list box. Okay, I just click this one and I got this one. And same as before, whenever you create the objects, okay, change this default object's name. Okay, so this is list box. I would like to call this this is list box, and this is a email list box, for examples. Done. Okay, so this is list box, this is not text box, okay? So what's the difference? The difference is when you implement it, okay, when you implement a list box, okay, so this is examples. When you have a text box, assign value to it, okay? When you're dealing with list box, and you need to use the list box and add item. And how to add item, no equal sign, nothing, okay, you just put the string data 1 by 1, okay? So that's the logic that we should implement. Okay, so what I'm thinking, I would like to do this in this one is example, I use the initialize. So go back here, right click and view code. Then we should be able to go back here, initializations. Okay, so I have a email list box dot. Okay, email list box dot. Okay, and I would like to add items. Add item. Okay, no equal sign. Okay, according to the given program, no equal sign. So this one, gmail.com. Okay, let me repeat this. Okay. Hotmail, okay, I don't think it does exist, okay. Anyway, yahoo.com, okay. Just like that, I can add items to the list, okay, to the list. So once you have done it, okay, I want to see it. I want to see it, okay. So once you've done the initialization part, go to the click button, go to the show user form button and try. Oh, list box is like this. List box, it will give you all these choices, and of course allow user to choose. Allow user to choose, okay? Hey, based on this given list, hey, you can choose which one you want to use, okay? And there is another one, it's called combo box, okay? I think they are very similar. This one is also very similar. Let me rearrange this one. Combo box, I think this one, number 4. Okay, number 4, this is the combo box. This combo box, okay, and I would like to call it location combo box, LOC, CB. Okay, that's it. LOCCB. Okay, let me program this one, set up the initial value for this particular combo box. Okay, so combo box, okay, add items, same as the list box. Okay, maybe I can do the same thing. Then you can compare them side by side and see which one you prefer. Okay, when you need to create a user interface, and which one you prefer. So once it's done, I can click the show button to see the output. Hey, where are the items? Okay, you have to put down the map. You have to click the button in order to see the list. Okay, this is a combo box. The list box, okay, only give you an area, okay, to show you all the list items, okay? So, depends on your preference, okay? So, the way to implement them, more or less the same, okay? And according to my example program, James, you use with an n width, okay? Let's do it now, okay? Let's do the with an n width now. I have to go back to the program. Save examples, I want to implement it with an n width for this group of expressions. Okay, so all you need to do is width and width. Okay, we started with this 3 lines. Okay, and you can find that these 3 names are basically the same. I do not need to repeat it multiple times. Okay. So I can put it there and remove them from the original statements. So this one is exactly the same as the other 3 lines, okay, but simpler. Okay, but simpler. And this one's more concise, easy to read, okay, easy to understand. So that's why we prefer the with an n width in this case, okay? And of course, you can do exactly the same thing for this one, applying it with an n width for the implementation, okay? So I think you should know how to do it. Okay, so let me delete this one because I don't need to repeat it 2 times, right? So it's done, okay? Changing the name text box, adding item to list box, adding item to combo box. Okay, so when it's done, once you're ready, then you can run the program to see whether you get what you wanted. Done. Okay, so show user form. It will go to initialize, set up the default values before showing the user form. And once the user see the user form, the data already there. And of course, the data may be, can we make it more dynamic? Okay, and we make it more dynamic. The data actually coming from Excel. From Excel worksheets. Okay, I just make it up. Okay, so so this one gmail.com, yahoo.com, and also this one's hotmail.com. Okay, and same as before, we don't have to hard code this one. Okay, we may go to the list. Okay, go to this one A13. Okay, A13. A13, A14, A15, then you don't need to hard code the data into your program. And this is actually, if you hard code, okay, this is not preferable. Okay, we don't prefer hard code the data. The data may come from the worksheets, okay, in this case, and we get the data from there. And run the program, see whether it works or not. Okay, it works. Same as before. But the data actually from the Excel worksheets. So can we actually further simplify the program? Okay, since we have presented the program like this, okay, so is it possible to actually use a for loop? Okay, theme. Okay, this is the row number as long data type. Okay. And the row number, I think I would like to use for loop for the implementations. And for loop, we're going to use the row number starting from 13 until 15. And we're going to use lex. Simplify this. And we got a row number. Sometimes we're concerned about the indentation, so make sure we do this. Oh, simpler now. Okay, the data actually may be 3, maybe 10. Okay, doesn't matter now. Okay, because we have a for loop. Okay, and let's see whether it works. Okay, it works. Okay, then hey James, you said do not hard code the program, right? Hey, this one should be determined by the Excel up, Excel down, that kind of thing. This is last row, something like that. You do exactly the same thing. Okay, that I presented earlier for the implementations. Okay, so now the program, you apply what you have learned in the implementation and make it more generic. Okay, so no matter how many email address there, it doesn't matter. When my program can handle it. Okay, I just, let me see. One thing I would like to highlight here, okay, sometimes students usually overlook this one. Okay, usually overlook this one. James, I understand everything except this one. Why we have to do set focus? Is it a requirement? What if I omit this one? Would that affect my marks? Okay, yes, of course. Okay, we emphasize on user friendliness, isn't it? User friendliness. So as a user, when you see this form, you know what to do. And what to do? Fill the form, right? But where to start? Where to start? Okay. When we design the form, when we develop the form, okay, we need to be a little bit thoughtful. Okay, where you start? You start from the name text box. So you see the vertical line here. It's a little bit trivial, okay? James, what's the difference? After running the program, if I don't set the focus, okay, I think it should be somewhere here. So the user just click there and then go and fill out the form, okay? No, we consider user friendliness. Okay, this is minor, but I think this is part of the user friendliness, okay? So set focus, okay? Ask the user, okay, pay attention there. You should start from the first one, okay? And so I think this is part of the user friendliness, okay? A little bit trivial, but I think this is a requirement, okay? And now, okay, so I think I said that, okay, this is not covered, but I think if you want to implement this one, it's not that difficult. It's just one line, okay? And you only need to insert those objects into the user form, and it can make it work. OK button. Okay, let me program the OK buttons now. Okay, to program the OK button, go back to the user interface. If you want to program this one, OK button, select it first. Select OK buttons, right click, view code. Okay, so once again, when someone click the OK button, what you want to perform, okay, that's what you need to do. Okay, so put the instructions there. Okay, so I think what I'm thinking is, I would like to collect data from named text box. Get the data from name TB. And what you want to do, put it into the Excel worksheets. Remember what I said before? After filling out the user form, okay, when user click the OK button, what you want to perform? I want to collect all data from the user form and put it into the worksheets. Okay, and so where you want to put it, I want to put it in the A2, for examples. A2. Just like that. Okay, is it possible that B2, okay, B2, B2 is phone number, okay, so this one is email domain. Email domain is C, okay, and the next one, I don't have any particular meaning for that one, right? This is locations. Location, where is it? Oh, there's no location. Okay, locations here. I changed my Excel worksheets. Locations, LOC, CB. Okay, let me try this two first. Okay, but I think it's a little bit inconvenience, so that's why I would like to move these buttons to somewhere here. Okay, so then I can see it. Okay, when I run the program, I can see what happened. Name box. Okay, so this one's not name box. This is email. This box. Okay, so I just complete my OK button underscore click. Okay, click this one and see what happened. Okay, I would like to change this one to James Bond. Okay, see whether this one selected will work. Okay, so when I execute this one, when you click the OK button, it will trigger this particular subroutine. The subroutine has only two lines. Copy the values from the name text box and put it here. Copy whatever being selected and put it here. Okay, so I think pretty straightforward. Okay, I believe that if we do the implement the combo box will be the same. Okay, so we may try. Okay, so we may try this one. Program it. Okay, go back to real code. Okay, so this one, combo box. Location. So this one should go to column B. Okay, something like that. And so we'll see. Let's run the program. Change this one. Okay, select this one, and select yahoo.com. Okay, location. I think that's not location, but at least, yeah, program works. Okay, program works. Okay, maybe I change this one to another values, and you can see it clearly. Okay, so I pick this one. All these values go copy to the worksheets corresponding data cells. So you can connect your worksheets with the user form now, okay, through the OK buttons. And of course, there are many other things that we can play around with. For example, checkboxes, for example, the option buttons, and so on. Okay, having a better user interface. Okay, that's exactly what you need to do. Okay, when you work on the VBA programs. So let me cue this one. I think you can see that it's not convenient. Every time I need to click the close buttons, okay? This is not a proper way to terminate a user form. So that's why I think we're going to make use of the cancel button to do this. But just now, I have implemented clear buttons. I have not actually demonstrated how to use a clear button. So we can use this now, okay? And remember, what is the clear button? If I click the clear buttons, what happens? It will go and execute user form initialize, which is this one, okay? In other words, if someone click the clear button, will reset the entire user form, showing you the default values. So where you start, okay, that with the, so now I change this one, right? I change the name text box. So if I click the clear button, see what happens. Something wrong here, you can see. Okay, so James, you execute the same thing 2 times. Okay, so the items, the add items, okay, being added 2 times. Okay, so you have to fix these problems. Okay, you have to fix this problem. Okay, so so this is not ideal. Okay, so when you initialize the objects, let me continue first. Okay, so I think you are aware of the potential problems. So let me continue. Okay, and implement the cancel button. Cancel button is another button. Okay, so this one. Okay, what is cancel button? Cancel button, when user click the cancel button, the user form will be dismissed. Okay, so select the object, right click, program it. Okay, view code. All you need to put in is unload me. Unload me. What is me? Okay, so your program, the cancel button actually running on top of the user form. The user form object itself, okay, at this moment we call it me. Okay, so the user form will be dismissed, will be unloaded. Okay, so that's why unload me, meaning to get rid of the user form. Okay, so like this. If you, instead of clicking this one, this is improper. Okay, click the cancel button to get rid of the user form. Just like that. So in other words, the cancel buttons, the clear buttons, okay, I would say most of the time you'll be using the same expression for implementing the 2 buttons, because cancel buttons always unload me, clear buttons always user form initialize. Okay, so stick with these 2 implementation. Only thing that you need to change is this one. Okay, after clicking OK, I know we need to collect the data, but where you put it? Okay, where you put it? Okay, you put it in here, in this particular worksheet, or maybe somewhere else, or maybe before actually write the data to the Excel worksheet, you probably need to do some kind of processing. Okay, the email names. Okay, let me do something about it, and then, for example, I need to retrieve another data set. Okay, and show the results. So that's why, okay, the OK button is very flexible. Okay, you may need to do a lot of things, but okay, the most important thing is how can we actually interact with the objects on the user form. Okay, collect the object data and process them. Okay, before actually use them. Yes.
Like in the program
clear.
Yeah, clear, not cancel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said, okay, this is a bug. Okay, that we need to fix this one. Okay, because if you actually think about the logic is so when you do the initialize. When we do the initialize, okay, we keep doing this. Okay, so based on top of the original objects, okay, we're going to add three more to it. Okay, so that's why we need to find a way to clear the buttons. Okay, so clear. Is it possible to use clear here? Email list. Okay, clear. Just like that, okay? Yeah. James, okay, so I have a problem, okay? I think the problem is we accumulate the items. When we add item, again and again, we have a longer list, okay? So I think the solution is, before we add item, clear the objects first, okay? I just figured out, okay? So this one this is how you figure it out, okay? You put a dot. You put a object, okay? So that's something to do with the objects, okay? So we put a dot, okay? Check out the method names, okay? I think it should be clear or clear contents or maybe clear, okay? Some other names, okay? Probably some other name. So go through the list. Should it do cancel? But another way to look at it is this one. A moving objects symbols. That means method. Okay? So if you see the hand holding a paper, holding a report, this is property. Okay? So we're looking for some actions to clear the data in the object. So we're looking for the green, okay? We're looking for the green moving objects. Okay? So we are either this one or this one, okay, based on the name, then you can double check. Apart from clear, any other method? No. Okay. Only move. Okay, whether you want to move it, remove item. Oh, remove item may do the same thing, but we have to do it many times. Okay. I think dot clear is better than remove item one by one. Okay. And set focus. Okay, so that may be another order. I don't know this one. Okay, so anyway, clear. So we expect to apply this one to combo box as well. Okay, check out whether there is a clear. Okay, it does. Okay, so we can use the clear button to implement this one. Okay, clear it first before adding the new items. Okay, so run it, then you can see this one. Okay, clear it. Multiple times you still see the three items in the combo box. Okay, so I just present this one. Okay, so this one is something to do with VBA. Okay, so when someone click the clear button, what you want to do, and this one, I just implement this simple program. Okay, that may not be the best. Okay, so go and find out that in the column A. Okay, delete the data from there. Okay, things like that, and using dot clear and maybe dot clear contents may be a better choice. Okay. So testing, once you have done the entire program, then you can actually try it. So, after presenting you the user form implementation, okay, give you an exercise, okay, practice, okay, do it at home. And so I give you the stock code and stock name, company names, okay, so present the data in a particular separate worksheets, okay. So I would like you to come up with a simple user form. Oh, this one is very small, okay. It only has there are 3 buttons and a list box. Okay, I think this is combo box. Okay, if you remember the look and feel, this is a combo box. Combo box. How can you add all these informations, okay, into the user form? Okay, of course we have to collect them one by one, adding item. When we add item, we need to specify the worksheet's name and also the corresponding locations, and then we can add items. Okay, try it. Okay, if you have time. Okay, and then also have some other things that you probably would like to do. Say for example, if your user select this one, okay, and we expect to see the company names in the worksheets instead of this stock code. Okay, and yeah, once you're done, okay, send me your program, then I can take a look. Okay, so that's about it for today's lectures. Okay, basically introduce the user form, and you need to use it. Okay, whenever possible. I think assignment 1 during the lab. Okay, today's lab. Okay, our TA has already presented you some examples about the assignment, and think about it whether you need to use a user form for the implementations. Okay, so I guess that's all for today's lectures. Okay, so I guess Thursday we're not going to have class. Okay, so you're going to have a holiday. Okay, so happy Easter. Okay, so see you guys after holiday.